From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Handoff, running left, here's Hall. They find some open field here. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jets at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. Trucks over him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter. Room here to run. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Hall. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. This defense for the Jets, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
11 yards for number 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The first carry for the North Texas man, it's Jeff Wilson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ready. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Come on, set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we just talk about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running the counter with motion. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Tua. We'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ready. Ultra. Check pitch.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 43-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check 2. 10 cycles. Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On first down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, this is Wilson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Got it.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On the double.
Tua on fourth down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Chopper, bravo!
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this returnable for Hill. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Flush to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south of Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City. Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the
Down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ready, set.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go.
Ready, break.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 40 now on second down, Tua. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And that takes us from second to third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's second and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Practice 6.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 2-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Paul again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have pressure. Comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he completes it to Wilson. He's going to, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
He finds Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, he'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, go steal. Ready?
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Berrios. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 26-yard line. Now Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, 26 yards. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
Here's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Hall. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 12-point game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jets, they move a step closer.